Welcome to Design to Thrive with Dr. Brooke. I'm your host, Dr. Brooke Silberhorn. Here we share wisdom for women and legacy for daughters through conversations about health and life, family and faith through a nervous system lens, embodied living, and God-designed rhythms. In today's episode, I'm going to actually be sharing a video that I recorded a few weeks ago when I was first beginning to take action on creating this podcast. I recorded a couple videos and then I decided to launch with some other videos that I had recorded because I wanted to do a series around the lessons that I had learned through my healing journey after a thyroid cancer diagnosis. But today's podcast and next week's podcast, I want to share these because they really speak to the mindset that I had going into launching this podcast. Some of the reasons why, some of the things that were really important, and some things that inspired me to take messy action, even when I had gone for 5 or 6 years with the inspiration of starting a podcast, but the scarcity of mindset of actually how to do it. And that kept me stuck. So I want you to just listen in on this video and hopefully you'll gain some insights as to why starting this podcast is so important to me, what helped me to finally take action on it. And also hopefully you can glean from it some lessons about yourself and the path that you're taking in life and the things that are your highest values and your mission in life and how they were shaped by experiences that you had when you were younger. So let's get into the episode. In today's episode, we are going to talk a little bit about the concept that I learned from my mentor, Dr. Alok Trivedi. Your voids drive your values. Now, we will probably have more than one conversation around this, but because we're at the beginning of this podcast series, I wanted to give you some insights into what really drove me to finally take action on creating this. I have had the inspiration to start this probably for over 5 years. I want to say it actually started before 2020, so we'll just put that there. I've had a lot of ideas, but I haven't taken action on it. And it was a conversation with Dr. Trivedi that really led me to finally see that my mission, my purpose in life is to share the wisdom that I have gained through my education, through my experience as a chiropractor, and through my own experience just as a woman living in the world today through my health journey. And one of the things that he said to me when we were having a conversation a few weekends ago, and he said, I think once you start running your mouth or blabbing something like along those terms, I really don't remember exactly what it was he said, start using your voice. It hit me like a ton of bricks. And it was that when I was in elementary school, I had a teacher. He was a PE teacher. His name was Mr. Bielman, and he called me Babbling Brooke. Now, when I was a little kid, I liked to act out little plays, and I liked to be the cheerleader, and I liked to sing in front of people. I don't really remember necessarily being a child that constantly talked, but there was a point around that time that I really started kind of shutting down, being shy, not talking a lot. And so him calling me Babbling Brooke just kind of reinforced that I'm not like that mentality. And I didn't like him teasing me in that way. So when Dr. Trivedi said something about essentially babbling and talking and using my voice and all of these things, it hit me that my PE teacher calling me Babbling Brooke was a bit of a wound. And I don't look at any of these circumstances and think, lay blame or think that's the reason for all of my problems. That is the exact opposite. But what it does is it helps me to see all of the little things that led me on my path to where I am today. And here I am now, using my voice, being a babbling Brooke, living up to a nickname that I didn't like, that I didn't want, that at the time didn't seem like the truth. But the reality was that void in my life, that quote unquote root experience or wounding, was the very thing that led me on the path to becoming someone who wants to speak, who wants to teach, who wants to use her voice to inspire and guide and nurture the lives of other women and their daughters. So when I say your voids drive your values, it really is that when we have experiences in our early childhood, it shapes us, it forms us, it changes our neurology. And the only thing that we can do is fulfill that. So for me, having it be a teacher who called me a babbling Brooke was the most profound thing. So when I had that realization, when Dr. Trivedi said, whatever it was that he said, go and use your voice, blab your mouth, like start babbling, that I had that just aha moment where it was like, oh my gosh, I am supposed to be a babbling Brooke. And thank God for Mr. Bielman, for a teacher in my life. So that's the other thing. And this memory, this experience is one that was almost a surprise to me. It came up for me just a few weeks ago, whereas I have had other teacher-related experiences from the past that made me know that I am supposed to be a teacher of some sort. Now, does it look like me being in the classroom? I don't think so. I actually did that for a couple years, teaching anatomy and physiology at a local college, and I didn't love it. So I think it's a different form of teaching that I love. Speaking, guiding women, workshop style, that kind of thing. That's the form of teaching that I really love and enjoy. And I feel like this interaction here is also inspiring to me, which is why I'm actually finally taking action on it. But the experiences that I had with a handful of teachers around the same time period in my early elementary years is what shaped that part of me, the values learning that desires to continue to grow and improve and learn and utilize that wisdom for my betterment. And then also to be the teacher, to transmute that love of learning into being the teacher and passing that wisdom on to others and sharing the things that had an impact on my life so that it can impact others' lives as well. So one of the ways that we can determine the voids in our life that shape our values, that shape our mission and our vision and our purpose in life is through some exercises that I actually lead as a workshop. And if you're interested in it, I would love to send it to you. So what I would suggest for you or ask of you is that if you're like, this is so interesting and I really would love to learn those voids in my life that actually have caused me to go down the path that I'm designed for. Again, we're designed to thrive. There is a purpose for everything in your life that leads you down a path so that you can truly thrive in life and have an impact and be your very best self. So I would invite you to comment thrive in the comments, and I will send you a link to get that information, get the recorded content for that workshop. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Just remember, you are designed to thrive.